Hello guys, welcome to my studio. My name is Elise Noble. I'm an artist from Saginaw, Michigan, and this is going to be my new YouTube channel. I have a previous channel, Elise Emiliano, that I've been using with my fellow artist collaborator, Emiliano Vega. We also work together at Creative 360 in Midland, a studio and gallery. We work specifically with the Art Shop program, which is a program I run geared towards adults with disabilities. It's inclusive to everyone. It's a great mix of people. It's really a lot of fun. One of my students actually made this really cool art apron I'm wearing that I purchased from them. I've been kind of new to this whole video thing and got into it over the last year, mainly due to COVID and having to rework some of my classes and instruction I usually do into virtual means. So in a way that was a good thing. That really helped me take the plunge into doing video demos, which I wanted to do for a really long time. So kind of seeing a positive coming out of this crazy year. I started out, as I mentioned, with my YouTube channel, Elise and Emiliano. That was our joint YouTube, which we will continue to work with for collaborations that we do together, but I think I'm ready now to go out on my own and have my very own YouTube channel, as I've kind of been improving with my video skills. So not perfect, but getting there. I hope you enjoy what you're about to see. This first project that I'm going to show you is an ink wash that's inspired by Asian art and Kabuki face makeup, which is something I'm very interested in. And you'll see some of my general style in a simplified way, a lot of watercolor and ink illustration, along with some mixed media. So enjoy, and if you like what you see today, please follow. I have a lot more fun projects in store for you guys. Bye!
Though I hardly wear makeup myself, I love dramatic theatrical makeup. I have a portrait sketched here in pencil on watercolor paper already, and I'm using a black Tombow brush marker to scribble in the edges of the background. Then, using a round brush, I'm taking a ton of water and blending it over the black ink to bleed it inward towards the center of the background. Brush markers are great because you can use them for just sketching, or they can act like watercolor markers since they're water soluble. I especially love the Tombow brand. When you get the ink super saturated like this, it kind of has a mind of its own, and you can get some really interesting bleed patterns. You can also tilt the paper back and forth to change the pattern. Next, after I've let the background dry a little bit, I'm using a smaller round brush to streak in the shadows in the hair. I'm using the very tip of the brush, almost at a 90-degree angle to the paper, just a little bit of angle, and pressing down really light to get those thin, faint lines. Then I'm blending the edges with just straight water to make a gradual transition from the gray watercolor to the white paper. Now, after I've let the hair dry, I'm adding a base of watered down peach for the face. I'm using less water where the face will have shadows, getting a little bit of a darker peach in those areas. Going back to the hair, now I'm layering over again to deepen the shadows, just partially over the streaks I've already made. You can always build watercolor darker by adding another coat of the same color to get a nice range of value. It's best to start light because with watercolor it's way easier to add color over top and darken it than it is to take it away if you've accidentally made it too dark. Now, time for makeup. I'm using brush markers again for this step to get bold color, have more control over the detail, and get nice sharp edges. I used origami paper scraps for the clothing. I put trace paper over the image and traced out a template, and then traced that onto the piece of origami paper, cut them out, and attached them with tacky glue. I've also glued some velvet flowers that I had to the hair. I love beautiful fabric patterns, and I have this piece of fabric that I found in my stash that I really like. So what I'm going to do is take inspiration from this fabric design and use that for the background. I'm using a Faber-Castell Pitt bullet nub artist pen to draw the designs in the background. These pens are really nice because they're opaque, so they will show up really well even over dark backgrounds. This one is kind of a berry color with a little bit of metallic to it. I hope you've enjoyed seeing a little bit of my process. I love blending mixed media with watercolor illustration. That's a lot of what I do with most of my art right now that I'm working on. And you can see how with adding mixed media elements to your 2D art, you don't have to go overboard. Just a couple little touches here and there are enough to just add a lot of interest and really make a dynamic piece. I hope you're inspired to try some art at home, pick up some brush markers and do some ink wash illustration, find some odds and ends around the house and get gluing, just have fun with it. As always, if you have any questions or just any sorts of things about art that you want to discuss with me or tap my brain a little bit, feel free to contact me, and definitely follow if you enjoyed this. I'm planning to share a lot more coming soon. Thanks!